Chapter 80. Life, a Gamble. Carousor, do what thou wilt shall be the whole the law. In one or two, no, I think more like 3 or 4 letters of yours to hand in the last couple of months, you have put forth various excuses for slackness, the necessities of your economic situation. You say you must have regular work and a steady income and all that sort of thing. My innocent child, that species of magic is quite simple. Take the horns of a hare. That's enough for the present. I'll tell you what to do with them when you've got them. In Macbeth, we read, security is mortal's chiefest enemy. But this is another kind of security. It is the hubris which tempts providence, the insolence of thinking that nothing can go wrong. Anyhow, there's no such thing as safety. Life is a gamble. From the moment of incarnation, a million accidents are possible: miscarriage, stillbirth, abortion, throughout life, until your heart beats for the last time. You never can tell, and then you start all over again with your next incarnation. I wish I had a copy of the short story of mine called Every Precaution. The gallant young uplift expert, the 100% red blooded, clean living heir of the eternities, takes his young fiancée and female counterpart to the old absinthe house in New Orleans to show her the terrible results of wrongdoing. They are going to avoid all that. Their child is going to be the quintessence of Americanism. They marry and take a cottage by Lake Pasquini. Presently, he being, so she said, away on a business trip, the tradesmen complained that she seemed to need very little pablum. Somehow, people got suspicious, and sure enough, when they broke in, they found that she had pickled him. This story is founded on fact, damn it. Why did the MS have to get lost? Even suicide is not a dead bird. I knew a creature once. Careless observers often mistook him for a man who tried 3 times pistol, rope, and poison. Something always went wrong, like the Babacob murderer who went to the scaffold 3 times and lived to a green old age. Finally, he did poison himself by accident when he had no intention whatever of doing anything of the sort. Where's the Book of Lies? Ah, here we are. Quote, it is chance, and chance only, that rules the universe. Therefore, and therefore only, life is good. End quote. Then is it mere fatuity and folly to make plans? Was not the ninth O.T.O, the hermit, also at one time called prudence? Of course. Abstract philosophy rarely coincides with common sense. We should plan as carefully as we can, but we should always allow a margin for every conceivable accident. Nor should we trust to luck, like England when she goes to war. Bret Hart has an admirable story, The Outcast of Poker Flat, in which the bad man, the crooked gambler, gives his life for the safety of the rest of his party, and winds up all with the remark, life isn't in having the luck of the cards, but in playing a poor hand well. Yes, I dare say, all very fine, but what you wanted to know was about the propriety of taking risk in magic. So off we go. Risk, we have agreed, are always unavoidable, but we can calculate them. The best and wisest man I ever knew, the late Oscar Eckenstein, was once offered a job which gave him 50% chance of survival. He calmly sat down, worked out his expectation of life, his expectation of income, and Lord alone knows what other factors. It came out that the pay offered was £1,000 or so less than he might expect normally, so he turned down the offer. Not a trace of sentiment of any kind. Now, let us consider an A-B case. John Jeremiah Jenkins sees a shortcut to his performance of the great work. To seize this opportunity, he must give up a steady job with good prospects and as near safety as is possible in the nature of things, for a slim chance of a career in the most insecure of all the professions. He can do it. That is at the mercy of his will. But he risks something very close to the utter wreck and ruin of his future. Only a miracle can bring him through. Just so. But is he not neglecting one factor in his problem? Who put this romantically insane opportunity in his way? The gods. It must be, since he is performing the great work. Very well, then. It is up to them to watch. Quote, he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. In their hands they shall bear thee up, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. End quote. What's more, he must leave it at that. He must not insult them by constantly looking out for extra safeguards or hedging. You remember the major in The Suicide Club when Prince Florizel was picking seconds for a duel? In all my life, I never so much as hedged a bet. You must give them plenty of opportunity to show their approval by steering you miraculously through one crisis after another. This course of conduct may seem to you a little like the act of truth, but this is only superficially the case. The latter is usually an emergency measure, and either not particularly serious or as serious as anything can be. But what I have said above amounts really to a regular rule of life. Need I add that the prime and essential requisite in all this work is that you so devote yourself to and identify yourself with the gods that there is never any doubt in your mind as to what they intend you to do? Love is the law. Love under will. Yours fraternally.